Because let's face it, you need a budget. I know it's quite popular to put that money in cash envelopes, but as a millennial, I'm not interested in cash. I know exactly how much money I have to move throughout the month, and of course I have some spare budget to, treat myself and to buy some Korean skincare, because that's my bad habit. This allows me to live more like a human and to not be so focused on things, because I already know that I'm hitting my savings and investment goals, and everything that I'm legally responsible for has already been paid off. Honestly, most financial information is not for people of color or women, and it becomes really complicated really fast for no reason at all. This is my opportunity to fight the power. Hi guys, it's Vanessa from Wander Onwards, and welcome back to my Pink series. Just as companies rebrand things to be pink and women friendly, I've named this series Pink Money so women know it's for them. This time we're going to be talking about the bare bones budget. Nope, this time we're going to be talking about what a zero-sum budget is. Now, setting up a budget is the first step to becoming financially stable, because you're able to understand where your money is coming in and how your money is going out. For me, it was pretty traumatizing to discover that a fourth of my monthly salary was going straight to travel, and somehow I still couldn't figure out why I wasn't saving anything. Forming a budget really forces you to come into a realization of what you're doing, how your spending habits are going, and what your priorities are. There's no shame in having a budget that is broken when you first start, honestly. The reason we make budgets is so we can plan ahead and to have a better financial future. Don't be ashamed. Now, a zero-sum budget is a budget where every dollar has a job. Essentially, you can break down your budget and your pots of money to focus X amount of dollars on a particular effort. This could be towards fixed expenses, this could be towards saving goals. The point is, you have a great idea about how much something is going to cost you every single month, and then you can plan ahead. So I'm actually American, but I've been living in the UK for the last 6 years, and now I've moved to Germany. So this is going to be a weird combination of like UK phrases with American humor and German references. So how do you create a zero-sum budget? Well, first you need to track your monthly spending. You need to know exactly how much is coming in and how much is coming out. Then you're going to put to one side all of your fixed expenses. Fixed expenses are anything that you're legally required to pay or things that normally come up during your month. This section of your budget is a hands-off zone, okay? This is stuff you need to survive. So that budget is not gonna be touched. The second thing you wanna think about is, what are your financial goals? Do you wanna take a vacation? Do you wanna buy a house? Do you wanna support yourself financially in the future? Whatever that might be, you need to figure out how reasonable it is to break off a chunk of that for your financial goals in the future. And then finally, at least for me, I like to have a little bit of flexibility when I'm going through my day-to-day sort of responsibilities. I'm not gonna overthink my latte for the afternoon. If I wanna go do a yoga class, I can do it. It's coming from this fluctuating budget. But the point of having a fluctuating budget is you have a set amount of money dedicated to being human. And once you're done with that, you're done. That's it. I know it's quite popular for people who follow David Ramsey to put that money in cash envelopes. That technically does create some emotional trigger for it, but as a millennial, I'm not interested in cash. No, it's just like yucky and I have to touch it, and other people have touched it, so not very hygienic. If you're looking for a budget-friendly app, I can give you a few options in both the United Kingdom and America. Now first, in the United Kingdom, I used to use 3 main apps. The first one was Revolut, and I chose this one because it holds multiple currencies, so I was able to put in my euros, my dollars, my pounds, and at the end of the day, it would give me a summary of where my money went, and it wasn't always that flattering. Then we have Monzo. Now Monzo's more of a UK domestic resource. They do allow you to do charges abroad, but they're really only popular in the United Kingdom. And then finally, there's Money Dashboard. So Money Dashboard I actually use to get a better picture of my overall wealth because it can track multiple bank accounts, and you can even add offline resources in case it doesn't connect. This is where I keep track of my investments, my savings accounts, my Bitcoin, all of the above. Now, if you're American, you have a few options, but I'm a little less familiar with them. First, of course, there is Mint. Then I would recommend You Need a Budget, because let's face it, you need a budget. And finally, I just recently discovered Charlie, which seems super helpful. I really love their social media, and it's just an easy way to make financial information accessible. Now, once I have that money, I organize it into 3 main categories. First, I have my fixed expenses. So this would be rent, utilities, phone bill, genuinely anything I can't avoid paying off immediately because, it keeps a roof over my head. I would also include family costs and when it comes to cleaning supplies, groceries, etc. Second, I have my savings and investments pot. Now, this pot is fenced off to go towards my future. This is money I will not and frankly cannot touch because I've wrapped it up in a complicated high-yield savings account that I sometimes have to go in person to access. My third category, which is a fluctuating account. So this is where I put all of my day-to-day spending and I cap it at 1/3 of my salary. So I know exactly how much money I have to move throughout the month. And of course, I have some spare budget to, treat myself and to buy some Korean skincare because that's my bad habit. This allows me to live more like a human and to not be so focused on things because I already know that I'm hitting my savings and investment goals and everything that I'm legally responsible for has already been paid off. Okay, so let's put some real numbers into the mix. For example, Vanessa has £3,000 at the end of the month in her monthly paycheck. This is after being taxed 40%. I know. The struggle is real, but honestly, I'm so happy to have the NHS and Social Security. Fine, take the money, it's not even mine. So in this scenario, if Vanessa has £3,000, then she can work from that backwards. First, she needs to calculate her fixed expenses. This would be rent, phone bill, utilities, internet, tube costs, whatever. Let's say that comes out to be £1,000. Next, she wants to calculate her savings and investing goals. So for me, I always like to save or invest at least 1/3 of my salary. So let's use that as an example in this scenario for some nice even numbers. So we already have 1,000 gone in fixed expenses. Now we have 1,000 for savings and investing. And for Vanessa, she's going to split that up. So 500 is going to go to investing and 500 is going to go to savings. And once she hits her £10,000 saving emergency fund goal, then all of the 1,000 can go straight into investing. Still with me? Now that 2/3 of Vanessa's salary have been allocated, she has £1,000 left to spend in a discretionary way. I'm a growing girl with a growing appetite. £500 of that budget is going to go straight into my household groceries and my going out, having fun kind of food budget. That means I'm left with £500 left to do whatever I want with. This could be traveling and taking a nice holiday. Maybe I actually pay off the holiday piece by piece. So 500 in April, 500 in May, and then the holiday is fully paid for. Or what if I have more Korean skincare that I want to try out for the month? A portion of that 500 will be dedicated to that particular creature comfort than it would be in other scenarios. The point is, because I have these £500 in discretionary income, I can kind of do what I want with it. And if I'm super dedicated and focused on my financial goals, maybe I'll just throw in the rest to my savings and investing accounts. Really, it gives me the flexibility to live like a human being because I've already hit my financial goals as an individual. So that's been the zero-sum budget video for the week. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel out. Stay tuned for more information in a pink border with pink money. And this is not just for women. I use it as sort of like a sarcastic little humor grab. Because honestly, most financial information is not for people of color or women, and it becomes really complicated really fast for no reason at all. This is my opportunity to fight the power. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get notified about new videos every week.